This is Business Class on Your Money.
Hi, I'm James Wilkinson and welcome to Business Class. Coming up on today's show, we find out how American Airlines is calming the nerves of Australian travellers. We check out some of the top spots in Singapore. We go inside Australia's newest hotel in Brisbane and much more. Before we do that, here's this week's travel news. In travel news this week, Emirates has revealed it will make alterations to some Australian services, with changes coming to Adelaide, Melbourne, Perth and Sydney flights. Two of the Sydney A380 flights will be shifted to Boeing 777-300ER aircraft, while one of Melbourne's Super Jumbo flights will also be shifted to a Boeing 777-300ER from an Airbus A380. Adelaide will see Boeing 777-300ERs replaced by Boeing 777-200LRs that feature the new business class cabin, while over in Perth, services are being reduced over some weeks from 14 flights a week to 11 between November 2018 and April 2019. Still on Emirates, and the airline has this week inaugurated flights between Dubai and Edinburgh. The Emirates Boeing 777-300ER touched down in the Scottish capital just before 3 p.m. local time on October 1, making Edinburgh the airline's second destination in Scotland and the 8th in the United Kingdom. The Boeing 777 deployed on the route has a 3-class cabin configuration, with 8 private suites in first class, 42 lie-flat seats in business class, and 304 seats in economy. Air New Zealand is preparing to receive its first Airbus A321neo aircraft, which is set to enter commercial service in mid-November. Air New Zealand is investing in 13 Airbus neo aircraft to replace the A320 fleet that currently operates Tasman and Pacific Island services. Air New Zealand CEO Christopher Luxon says the arrival of the new fleet is a significant step in the airline's short-haul strategy. He also revealed the fleet's new-look cabin interior, which will feature New Zealand leather-upholstered seats that are 3 centimetres wider at the middle seat and 1 centimetre wider on the aisle and window. Other customer enhancements include around 25% more overhead locker space, a new Android-based in-flight entertainment system with a larger 10-inch screen and high-powered USB charging points and Wi-Fi connectivity. In the United States, American Airlines has announced a range of new international and domestic destinations, with its network plan for 2019 adding routes to Cuba, Mexico, Honduras and the Caribbean. A significant expansion at the carrier's Dallas-Fort Worth hub will see the addition of 15 new regional gates in Terminal E, which will facilitate daily services to destinations across the United States. With the changes, American will grow its Dallas-Fort Worth operations to almost 900 peak daily departures in summer 2019. Still in the United States, and New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport is set to get a $13 billion makeover by 2025. The move is set to increase the airport's capacity by at least 15 million passengers every year. The plan will see 8 individual terminals merged into one unified JFK Airport building by demolishing old terminals, utilising vacant space, and modernising on-airport infrastructure. JFK's new passenger facilities will feature significantly larger waiting areas with high ceilings and natural light, along with green space, exhibits, and art. World-class retail, restaurants and bars will include locally based chefs, craft beverage options, and Taste New York stores. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and an abundance of charging stations throughout the terminals will enable passengers to stay connected at each stop of their journey. The AirTrain JFK will also be upgraded, as will connectivity to regional roadways, including the Van Wyck Expressway and the Grand Central Parkway. Construction is expected to begin in 2020, with the first new gates opening in 2023 and substantial completion expected in 2025. In hotel news, AccorHotels has reached its milestone 1,000th hotel for Asia Pacific with the launch of Pullman Tokyo Tamachi, bringing the group's total in the region to over 200,000 rooms. Asia Pacific now represents over 30% of global rooms and 51% of the global pipeline, which is a strong sign that the company's growth strategy continues to be focused on Asia. AccorHotels CEO of Asia Pacific, Michael Eisenberg, said for the first half of 2018, 72% of global room openings for the group were in Asia Pacific, and on average, The company is currently opening a new hotel in Asia Pacific every 3 days. In New Zealand, Auckland's newest waterfront neighbourhood, Wynyard Quarter, will soon be home to a new Travelodge hotel in mid-2020. Construction is set to begin on the 6-storey L-shaped hotel, which will have 154 guest rooms and a ground floor restaurant. Here in Sydney, American Airlines has come up with a fun way for passengers to relax with some four-legged friends before taking off. Let's find out more. Well, Russ, thanks so much for your time today. We're here at Sydney Airport, and American Airlines has found a way to relieve travellers' stress before they even get on the planes now.
Yes. Very excited about the Embark program.
And what does it really mean for customers travelling on American when they arrive at the airport?
So when customers first get into the international terminal here to depart on an American Airlines flight, they're greeted by these wonderful dogs that are in training to be service dogs for people with disabilities, PTSD, and autism.
And how's it gone so far?
We could not be more pleased with the progress. From a customer experience perspective, the atmosphere that these dogs create is very relaxing, it's light, and it puts customers in a really great mood as they approach the check-in counters. There's also the benefit to the employee experience because it's enhanced the experience for our employees working here at Sydney Airport.
Now, as someone who flies American quite often, it's an exciting time for the airline right now. You've got brand new product all over Asia Pacific with brand new aircraft, new routes. It's all very exciting for you.
Yes, it is. And while we're thrilled about the investments that we've made in our hard product, we're also heavily focused on the soft side, the service delivery, and empowering our employees and our teams to come up with new, innovative, and unique ways of improving and enhancing the customer experience. Hence, the Embarks program was born.
And then once you get on board, you've got things like food from Sean Connolly, one of Sydney's most well-known chefs.
Yes, great food and beverage, in-flight entertainment, audio-visual on demand, and we also, of course, have the full connectivity. On our 787-900s from Sydney, we offer the satellite Wi-Fi on board. And the list goes on. So yes, very pleased with the advances we made in our product.
Australia to the US is one of the most competitive routes anywhere in the world at the moment, actually. What's your X factor at the moment?
X factor. Well, our X factor is our network. Again, our product, world-class product and service, but also I think as I say, the connectivity. We are the world's largest airline. We have a vast network in the United States and also Latin America that we connect very conveniently to. So really bringing North and South America to Australia.
And Los Angeles, one of the most popular hubs for Aussies travelling around the world, and you've been adding a lot more routes out of that city of late as well.
Yes, we certainly have, and we're pleased with the advances that we've made with our facilities in Los Angeles with the world-class lounge complex that we've recently opened with our flagship dining, our flagship lounge, and then most recently our federal inspection area in Terminal 4, which enables customers to arrive at Terminal 4, clear customs and immigration, and right at Terminal 4, which is very convenient.
Coming up after the break, our reviews of the week.
We'll be back with more business class on Your Money, and be sure to check out yourmoney.com.au. And now, more business class on Your Money.
Welcome back to Business Class. Our hotel review this week takes us to Brisbane as we check into Australia's newest hotel, the Emporium in Southbank. 10 years ago, the Emporium Hotel Brisbane opened in Fortitude Valley, and over the decade, the boutique property won an extensive array of national and international accolades before being sold in 2017. The property was known for its luxury, amazing service, and attention to detail. And with that DNA, owners the Anthony John Group have gone on to build a new hotel in Southbank that's set to win even more awards than its legendary sister. Run by one of Australia's finest hoteliers, Peter Sarboff, and featuring some of the best hotel staff in Brisbane, the new Emporium Hotel Southbank has just opened as part of the $600 million South Point development. Here you'll find 143 well-appointed suites that are some of the most luxurious and technologically advanced that Brisbane has ever seen. When you walk into the room, the curtains and sheers open up to fantastic views of the Brisbane River, also seen from the large tubs in the bathrooms. Luxury bedding, well-appointed furniture, private bars, large-screen televisions in mirrors and wine fridges round out what are some of the best rooms in Brisbane. The hotel is home to a new rooftop bar complete with a terrace and open-air roof that serves up top cocktails, champagnes and wines, including the popular Match Point Rosé. Also find an infinity pool on the roof, a gym and sauna, a cafe and dining room off the lobby, 24-hour in-suite dining, a pillarless ballroom, 3 boardrooms, and coming soon, a top restaurant, piano bar and day spa. To book a room, visit emporiumhotels.com.au. Whether you pack light or heavy, there's hundreds of bags that will be suitable for your next trip. Here's a few of our favourites right now in the market. In 1937, Rimowa revolutionised the world of travel by using aluminium for the first time to create lightweight luggage. Inspired by the early days of aviation, the Rimowa aluminium luggage has since become a true travel icon. While Rimowa has several variations available, our favourite is the stylish and iconic Classic Flight range. If you're after a great weekender or a carry-on to complement your Rimowa luggage, then look no further than Troubadour. The Generation Troubadour Weekender, which we are carrying around the world right now, is made from the company's signature natural waterproof vegetable tanned Italian leather with cotton canvas on the inside. You can carry it by the handles or attach the strap and sling it over your shoulder. There are 2 pockets on the front for any essentials you might need while you're on the move, and inside you'll find a zipped pocket for your passport and valuables. It's available in black and brown, and both the Troubadour Weekender and the Rimowa Classic Flight range are available in Australia at huntleather.com.au. Now let's go up in the air and find out what you can expect on Cathay Pacific's Airbus A350-900 business class. Cathay Pacific's business class has been one of our favourite cabins in the sky since it was launched over 6 years ago. But the latest version, which was launched on the Airbus A350-900 a couple of years ago, and just last month on the A350-1000, has taken the experience to a whole new level. What you'll immediately notice when you board the A350 is the spacious cabin, thanks to the extra-wide fuselage of the next-generation aircraft. The interior features more space and comfort, including panoramic windows, LED mood lighting, and huge overhead lockers. The A350 offers greater cabin humidity, which will make you feel less jet-lagged after the flight. And thanks to the spacious, comfortable seats in business class, you'll feel well-rested as well. When it comes to the seats, they're an upgrade of the impressive Zodiac Cirrus seats found on Cathay's Airbus A330 and Boeing 777 aircraft. You'll find the seats in a 1-2-1 configuration with all aisle access. And the first thing you'll notice is the amount of space available. From the side storage, which can fit a handbag, laptop or magazines, to the side cabinet for headphones, valuables and iPads. There's an oversized tray that's ideal for working or dining, and once a meal turns up, you'll find room to place your computer or iPad onto the side and still have access to the full tray table. The A350 variation of the seat has some extra storage compartments, and when the seat is fully reclined, you'll find a 190 centimetre long, fully flat bed. When it comes to sleeping, you can expect fluffy pillows and a soft fabric duvet, along with amenity kits stocked with Durleague products. On the entertainment front, you'll find an 18.5-inch HD entertainment screen, which features hundreds of movies, television programs, music tracks, and live satellite TV on the Studio CX entertainment system. Cathay Pacific's Airbus A350s are also kitted out with Wi-Fi, and when we tested it recently, both the upload and download speed was excellent, and it's also great value too, with most flights ranging between $9.95 and $19.95 per sector. When it comes to food and beverage, Cathay Pacific certainly impresses, with a number of Asian and Western meal options available, including an excellent breakfast service on overnight flights. On the drinks front, expect top wines from Australia, New Zealand, Europe and the Americas, alongside top shelf spirits, coffee, tea, juice and soft drinks. The service on board from the cabin crew is exceptional on every flight, and coupled with the seats, entertainment and food, it adds up to one of the best business class cabin offerings in the sky. Now, while the in-flight offering is excellent, Cathay Pacific saves some of the greatest experiences for Hong Kong Airport in the form of several lounges that are up there with the best in the world. From the wing to the pier, the deck and the bridge. No matter where your flight is departing from, you'll have access to top-notch food and drinks and a relaxing setting before your flight departs. If we had to make a call of our favourite, it would be the Pier First Class Lounge, which has a brilliant restaurant, Asia's best airport cocktail bar, a day spa, business centre and spacious shower suites to freshen up in. Overall, you can expect a 5-star experience, and Cathay Pacific only continues to get better with every new product the airline debuts. Coming up after the break, we take a quick trip to Singapore.
We'll be back with more business class on Your Money, and be sure to check out yourmoney.com.au. And now, more business class on Your Money.
Welcome back to Business Class. Let's now check into one of the best business hotels in Asia, the Conrad Centennial Singapore. Thanks so much for your time today. We're here at the beautiful Conrad Centennial in Singapore, which has just had an amazing room makeover, hasn't it?
Yes, thank you very much for being with us. We just completed a major overhaul of all our rooms. We call it a rejuvenation of all the rooms. It took us only 8 months to do. We had to really speed it up, and I think we did an amazing job. We received only good comments about it. Once in a while somebody's asking for a writing desk, but I think that's passé nowadays. Everybody has a laptop, everybody's working from his room, and it's only good comments which we have received so far. I think we have a great product now in Singapore to advocate.
And you have one of the most competitive areas for luxury hotels anywhere in Asia, I think in the 2-block radius of this hotel. What's your big X factor here?
The big X factor is probably our team members. We have one of the best locations in Singapore. This area of Singapore has become very, very prominent, very favorable to travelers. But I think in the end, hotel is a hotel is a hotel. But our team members make a lot of difference, and I'm personally very proud of our team members. They go out of their way, they are trying to be themselves, they're trying to allow the guests to be themselves, and I think they're doing a very, very good job with that.
Definitely excellent service here, and I've also noticed that in the club lounge in particular, you have up here a spectacular club lounge where the service has been even better than expected as well.
Thank you, that's good to hear, because we just opened it again after renovation as well. And I must say our team members here are really, really not only trying to give a service, but to make you feel at home. I always believe there are good hotels, there are great hotels. I think the best hotels make the guest feel at home, and our competition is not so much the other luxury hotels, but it's your home where you're expecting to get service similar at home.
One of the things I love as a business traveller is having the executive lounge. It offers a bit of calm, relaxation, great place to get some work done as well. So how important is having that product here in the hotel?
I think without that we wouldn't exist anymore. The guest is looking for some good food and beverage services as well in the lounge, but I think it's more the tranquility, the peace, the friendliness of the team members, and to work with them. Yeah.
And you've also got some great restaurants here in the hotel and bars, don't you?
My favorite restaurant is Golden Peony. It's been in a very, very good shape since a long, long time. Our chef has been there for a wonderful 10, 12, 15 years. Our restaurant manager, she has rejoined us, and we have probably one of the best dim sum selections in Singapore.
And you're well known for having a very good wine collection here in the hotel as well.
Yes, we do. We have quite a list of wine. I'm not a wine expert. I actually don't drink at all, but we have our food and beverage director who's really an expert. And we have very often mixtures and evenings where we serve wine and matching the food and vice versa as well. It's very good.
Obviously, you know, it's a very competitive food city, Singapore, so having something on a high quality for the guests is very important.
It's extremely important. It's not so much the quantity, but the quality, which is very, very important. Here in Singapore, you can get any food which you like, at any price, really. You can get a good meal for $5, you can get a very good meal for $500. You have to find the niche, and I think we found our niche, especially with the Oscars as well, where we serve breakfast, lunch and dinner buffets, and we are going to open it for 24 hours. It's one of the few restaurants which will be open 24 hours in Singapore.
Amazing again for those who are jet lagged at 3 o'clock in the morning after coming in from London. You can have a good meal too.
That is one of the reasons for the late arrivals, for the early departures, and our team members don't have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to come to work by 6 o'clock, so they can work overnight. Yeah.
And you also have one of the best pool decks in Singapore, if we can say so as well.
We completely overhauled our 4th floor, which is the pool, the gym, the spa. The spa is not quite completed yet, but it will be ready in about 2 weeks' time. The gym is spectacular. It's everything there what anybody needs to have in order to really work out. We have a second lounge there, which we use in case we are really, really overfull and overcrowded here in this lounge. So it's very well received already. We have many, many guests who don't want to come to the club lounge on the 31st floor, but who would like to be on the 4th floor because it's so airy. It's right next to the pool and it's very helpful there.
Level 33 is not just one of the best bars in Singapore, it's also the highest micro-brewery in the world. Let's go inside. Emmanuel, we're up here at level 33, the highest microbrewery anywhere in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, it certainly is here at Marina Bay.
What are some of the favourite beers that you guys do here?
Look, the one that is without a doubt the most, the biggest crowd pleaser is our lager. It's a beautiful German style lager.
Perfect for obviously the climate here in Singapore too, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. Super low hops and really delicious light flavours.
So you're a craft brewery with a great restaurant as well. Usually you go to a brewery, there's just a brewery, but you've got some great food here as well.
Yeah, we certainly do, and also a killer view. So we've got an amazing chef from Melbourne, Australia, and she's got an amazing resume, Chan, originally hailing from Hong Kong, with some really beautiful culinary history in Melbourne and a little bit of time in Sydney as well.
So tell us about the menu here.
The food is probably best described in Australia as being modern Australian. Up here in Singapore, we'd probably call it modern European.
What are some of your favourites on the menu?
My absolute favourite is the sea bass. We've also got a brewery burger that we do as well with some amazing beef in it, and then obviously also our Australian beef.
So there's not too many places in Singapore where you've got an outdoor terrace as well this high up with amazing views of Marina Bay.
Yeah, that's right. One of the amazing parts of this brewery, just over to my right-hand side as well, is looking over onto Marina Bay Sands and looking into the amazing Marina Bay, which is a focal point of the city.
And if you look at sort of Marina Bay itself, I mean, the best place to see Marina Bay is actually not being on top of Marina Bay Sands.
Yeah, that's right, because you don't get to actually see it.
Now, you had the Formula One here a couple of weeks ago, and obviously one of the best vantage spots in town. So obviously, this really is a great all-occasion venue, outdoors, have a beer, and just take in Singapore. Yeah,
look, it certainly is, and it's also unbelievably accessible because we're open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. And we welcome everybody to come up, even if they just want to come up, have a single beer, take some photos, and then head on to their next destination.
What's been the craziest beer you think you've done here since you've been here?
The craziest beer that we've done was a beer where we used champagne yeast from the Rothschild champagne house from France, and we did a beer where we used the yeast that they sent over. And the Rothschild family were very interested to hear about the outcome as well. So really an amazing brew, and hopefully it'll make a comeback next year.
And people do come here for the wine as much as they do for the beer. You've got a great wine list, don't you?
Yeah, we certainly do. We've got a little bit of Old World, and very proudly, we've got some great Aussie and Kiwi wines as well.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure, mate. See you soon.
Well, that's it from us on Business Class. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
We'll be back with more Business Class on Your Money, and be sure to check out yourmoney.com.au.